Hello, hello, friends. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day. And for those of you that are new to me, hello, hello, hello. My name is Brooke-Sidney. I am a spiritual wellness coach as well as a soul story strategist. And basically what I do is I help people love themselves and the lives they are presently living. Keyword on presently, that's my soulful mindfulness piece. And I do that in two ways. The first way is I do that through spiritual wellness coaching. So basically helping you go from your here to your there. And that there usually involves more freedom, more power, more presence, both with yourself and with God. In addition to more inner peace, power, I think I said that already, and more prosperity, because all of us want that. And the second way that I do that is through being a soul story coach, which essentially what I do is I help people that have had some amazing or transformative experience, maybe a healing experience that God is calling and nudging and tugging for them to share through the written word. So I help people share their stories to heal others by doing ghostwriting, author coaching, editing, as well as publishing consulting. But today, because that both of those things sound like words are important, today I'm talking about essentially the power of our words, but more or less the saying word is bond. Okay, word is bond. And I'm asking you today if your words mean something. Like, do your words mean something? Can someone trust what you say? So today I'm talking all about words. In essence, kind of reaping and sowing and being able to, I think, really live or die on the strength and the power of your words. So kind of to back up, let me give you kind of some beginning. We all know that, especially those of us that read the word, we all know that everything that we see today was created by the power of words. Like, God spoke it, and so therefore everything started to be created. Like, there is so much power, as we say, in our mouth or in our tongue. But even like taking it more present day, y'all, like taking it more present day, we know that when we want to create something, our imaginations, everything kind of begins with a thought, but then it becomes super powerful. And it becomes really totally more actionable once we get it out. And that usually involves saying it with our mouth, right? Or writing it down. Love words, because they're so freaking powerful, right? And so today, I really want to talk about the power of your words in light of the things that you want in your life, right? We all want things in our life. And for those of you, hey, you guys got my curly hair going today. So I'm living the curly life. For those of you that don't always see me with curly hair, my hair is naturally curly. But I digress. We are going to go full steam into our word is bond. So again, most of us have things right now in our life that we are desiring. We just came off of Valentine's Day and Love Week. So a lot of us were reminded of maybe some of the relationships that we want, not just even with the opposite sex, like that type of partner, but even like friend relationships, business relationships, family relationships. We're reminded about the quality of our relationships, I think, on a lot of holidays, not just Valentine's Day. But we know that Valentine's Day, a friend of mine just told me recently, it's called jokingly Single Awareness Day. It made you aware where you are in your relationships. And if you are not in a relationship, or whether you are or not, it made you aware of the qualities that you would want in one. So as most of us have ideas about kind of the relationships that we want, as well as thinking through other areas of our lives, even if it's like business, all of these things, career, all of them rely on your word having bond, your word being bond, your word is bond. Like, all of it require someone to have the ability to listen to what you say and trust that you are going to do exactly what you say, or, obviously have a good reason not to. But mostly, even still today, where we have written contracts, and I can speak to this even as an attorney, your word, what you sign, what you agree to, is bond. So I wanted to get on and talk about maybe like at least 3 points that we want to think about as we are desiring these amazing things in our life, be it a relationship, or be it a profitable business or amazing career, or even the things that we want internally. Maybe it's like more money in our bank account, retirement accounts, or trips. Like, our words mean something, both when we say it, I think, to others, as well as when we say it to ourselves. Okay, so that's kind of a really key distinction. I don't think I highlighted that in my list, but kind of as a bonus point, our word is bond, not just to other people, but also to ourselves. That's how we keep promises to ourselves. That is a condition of loving ourselves better, is when we speak to ourselves and we make commitments and boundaries and different things about ourselves and about our lives, and then we honor them back, if that makes sense. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about, which I think is really, really key, is allowing our yes be our yes and our no be our no. If we look in the word, we know that like lukewarm is just not satisfactory. Like, you'd rather be hot or cold, but lukewarm is a no-go. And so when we are making commitments, whether it's to a lover, whether it's to our spouse, whether it's to a friend or to a business partner, we really want to make sure, we want to check in with God and check in within to make sure that we can really honor our yes, so that our yes is our yes. And then it's awesome, our no can also be our no. Like, sometimes our no is like, not right now, or not in this moment, not in this season, or even not today. Sometimes a no is, let me just get back with you. But we really want to make sure, in assuring the power of our words, that we are creating the lives that we want, the lives that are in alignment with what God wants for us, that we are making sure that our yes is a sacred yes, and as well as our no is a sacred no. So sometimes it's okay to say, let me think about it, let me get back to you. I don't have an answer right now, but in integrity, do get back. But I think even so, it's more important that our yes is our yes, our sacred yes, and that way our no is our no. So people know where you stand, and so that you can also know where you stand, right? Like, wishy-washy and lukewarm is not the way to go. The second thing, and this one involves really, I think, God and reflection, and it's one of the things that I had put into my next level goals and reflection things, is, are you living honestly? Like, are you living honestly? Are you able to easily sleep at night by all the things that you say, all the things that you do, right? Your thoughts, your words, your actions, those create your life. Those create your habits. Those create like what everything looks around you. And so when you are quiet and when you are, in conversation with God, when you're in prayer, when you're meditating, can you honestly say, I am living honestly, I am living authentically, I am in alignment. My words match my actions, right? And my actions match my word. And going back to the number one, my yes is my yes and my no is my no. People can count on me for what I say. Because so many of us, hey, Uridel, so many of us have things that we want in our lives, but we're forgetting that all of those things are predicated on our thoughts and our words matching our actions. And so again, we want to make sure that we're living in integrity and that we're living honestly. And the last and the third key point, because my little guy is home and so I want to go back and spend some time with him, is that we want to make sure that we're honoring our commitments. So often, I think, especially in this day and age when everything is moving so quickly, I think we forget the power of our words. I always joke and say when I meet people in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is known for being like this kind of flaky place where people are like, oh yeah, let's do coffee, or yeah, let's meet up, or whatever. And they don't have any intention of meeting up versus, I was raised in between Denver and Washington, D.C. And in both of those places, like, if we didn't want to talk to you, we didn't talk to you. If we didn't want to see you, we didn't lie and see you. If we didn't want to do business with you, we didn't do business with you. Like, especially on the East Coast, like I literally have friends who are like, no, we're good on friends. Like our friends from kind of growing up are good enough. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily the right attitude to have, but it is something you can deal with because their yes is their yes, their no is their no. You know where they're coming from. And so we want to think about, especially in this day and age, are we honoring our commitments? So many of us want an amazing relationship. We want an amazing husband, but are we right now in our present single state, or in the dating state, or in the courting state, honoring our commitments? Are we being truthful with the people that we're pursuing? Are we being truthful with the people that we say we love? Can someone truly trust you to honor your commitment, right? This time, especially those of us that are not married, this is the ramp up period for us to get clear, for us to shore up on these strengths that we need to have in order to maintain a proper relationship. And the same goes for business, right? When you make commitments with business partners, collaborators, whomever, we want to make sure that we're honoring those commitments. Can people trust you? Especially if you want to grow your business, increase your clients, have better services, and gain greater notability. Can you be trusted at your word? Can you be trusted to do the things that you say you're going to do? And ultimately, are you going to honor your commitments? Because there's this great little law known as reaping and sowing. And so what kind of seed, this is probably the bonus, maybe your second bonus point, is what kind of seed are you planting? What kind of seed are you harvesting, or reaping or sowing, right? You want to make sure that you're planting the right seed. You're planting good seed. And that seed consists of being truthful, having your yes be your yes, your no be your no, and always honoring your commitments. Because then you will harvest and reap good fruit. You can only reap what you sow, right? That is just one of the basic spiritual principles of all time, probably since the beginning of time. You put bad in, you're going to get bad out. You put good in, you're going to get good fruit. It's just that simple. So as we are now in the middle of February, we are 1.5 months into 2020, and so many of us have really great visions and great intentions and great goals for 2020. But one of those things that helps us keep the course, and one of those things that helps us actually end up where we want to be, as I say to my clients, to go from you're here to you're there, is the power of words. Making sure that your word is bond, just taking it back old school. Your word is bond, that people can know where you stand, that people can trust you, that you can trust you, that your yeses are yes, your nos are nos, that you're living authentically and honestly, that you're taking it to God, you're taking it heart and soul to the Creator, so that you can live your best life and live honestly. And are you finally honoring the commitments? Honoring your commitments, because if you can't manage the little, how do you expect more, right? If we can't manage what we have now, why would we be given more? And so it's really key, I think, as we're just thinking about all the places that we want to go in 2020 and beyond, that we're honoring and properly stewarding the things that we have. And that begins with our mouth, and that begins with our words, and that makes sure that our heart and our soul are lining up so that you can trust you and so that other people can trust you. So I'd love for you to reflect on those 3 key points, but I also threw a couple bonuses in there. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you really feel that someone can trust what you say. Let me know of how much you value accountability and commitment and even authenticity, or living honestly in your relationships, not just with your opposite sex partner, but also in your friendships and family and in business and in your career. Who wants a boss that they can't trust? Who wants a business partner that they can't trust? And definitely, who wants a life partner that they can't trust? So these are really key things as we're learning and growing every day, working to achieve all that God has for us. And none of us are perfect. This is not to say anyone's perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect, but do we have the desire to grow and be better? I think that's really key as we're thinking about all of this mid-February on our way to making 2020 the best that we can. And for those of you that know that you have a book that you are dying to write, that God is whispering for you to write, I'd love for you to contact me. I'd love to help you sort out the message. I can help you go from book idea to finished product to even publishing consulting. So definitely look for those links below. The biggest compliment that you can give, the biggest yay that you can give me, is for you to not only like it, but to love this post, as well as to share it and comment below. My little guy wanted to come on and say hello to everyone. Do you want to say hi, buddy? You want to say hi? He wanted to be on the whole live stream today, and I was like, okay, I've got some serious things. But he definitely wanted to come and say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Remember when you just said that everybody can't always be special? I need to tell you that everybody cannot always be special. Like, it's like everybody be special, but God always be special.
That's right. God, you heard it from my son. God is always special. We're not perfect. We're not special like that all the time, but we know that God is. So anyway, have an amazing, amazing, amazing week, and I will talk with you soon. Bye.
Bye.